Hey, good morning, everybody, or should I say good afternoon? I hope everybody's doing well on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. And if you're joining me live, say hi. If you are watching this on the replay, say hi as well. I'll come back and greet you properly. Today is day three of our 3-day training on how to go from idea to launch. And my goal for you is for you to be able to launch to make your first money, get your first client or your next client within 30 days. So let's do a little recap on what we covered day one and day two. Day one was all about getting set and clear on your business idea. Hey, April, good to see you here, present. I love it. It's great to see you. And so, your idea, if you have multiple ideas, if you're multi passionate, if you just don't know which one to go for first, then that's what we covered on day one. So, if you haven't seen day one, go back and watch it because it's the foundation to what we're doing now. So, looking at the things that you like, the things that you're good at. Yesterday on day two, we looked at the things that people will pay you for. So, day one was the what do you want to do? Yesterday was the who are you going to offer it to, who is willing to pay for that thing. And we talked about market research, passive market research. That way it's quick, fast, and lean. And you can find the gaps on the market, all the green flags that tell you that, yes, this is exactly what you need to do. There's a market for it, there's a market for your idea, and you are the secret sauce. So when you identify the gaps, you know exactly how to differentiate yourself, how to position yourself, how to position your offer. If you don't have an offer yet, not to worry because that's what we're going to cover today. Today is all about the how. How do you actually start making money? How do you package those skills, the things that you like to do, the things that you're good at, and that you know people are already paying for, but you want them to pay you now? Okay. So, how do you package that together and how do you put it in front of the right people so that you can start making money? So, that's basically the foundation of your business. After this, the goal is that your business is going to evolve. You might have to pivot a few times, but once you have the foundation and clarity on your idea, the clarity on who you're serving, and the clarity on what type of offer you want to put out there, then you can change that. Then you can change offers, not ideas. Change offers. Like if you want to offer this format, then you can change into a different format and all of that. Okay. But today, for the purpose of day three, we're going to cover three different types of offers that you can put together. So my goal is always to keep it as lean, simple, and fast as possible. And so the idea is for you not to create a business that will require you to get a certification, that will require you to go back to school, that will require you to put down like $5,000 or something like that. The idea is that you already have what you need. You already have the ideas, you already have all the skills, and that's what you're going to package into an offer. Okay. Hi, Eileen. Good to see you here today. And so you want to do it as fast as possible, as lean as possible, with the lowest amount of tech as possible. And you can basically do that. Now, the fact is that you are going to package your skills, your knowledge, all of that with an offer that fits you, an offer that fits your lifestyle, that fits your liking. Okay. So, yesterday I mentioned briefly that when I started my online coaching business, everybody was doing one-on-ones, like one-on-ones for 3 months. Everybody and their mamas was doing that. And I don't like that format. That's not a business model that I personally enjoy. Nothing wrong with it. There are a lot of different models. All of them are great. Okay. Now it's just a matter of preference. It's a matter of what you like, your lifestyle, things like that. And so it's very important to know that you get to choose. You get to choose the business model that you want to choose. I have a free resource actually with 21 different ways to make money in your online coaching business. If the link is not in the description of this video already, I'm going to add it at the end of this training. But basically, there are different ways to do it, and you don't have to pick the one that everybody else is doing. You pick the one that fits with your lifestyle. So, again, the idea of your online business that you're going to do is going to be 100% online. So, you're meeting with people via Zoom if you're meeting with people, because in some models, you don't even have to meet with people live. And it's a business where you are teaching something. Again, you already have the knowledge, you're sharing it with somebody else who doesn't have the knowledge. Remember where I talked about the fact that you think it's easy, you kind of devaluate what you already know, but it's hard to other people and they really want to know how to do that. Okay, so you're basically teaching them how to do that. You can call yourself a coach if you want to, you can call yourself a consultant if you want to, you can call yourself a strategist if you want to. The title doesn't matter. In essence, you're teaching other people how to do something that you already know how to do, and they don't. And they'll pay you to learn how to do that, or they'll pay you for you to do that. In that case, you are a service provider, you are the person who is actually delivering the service. In any business idea that you have, you can offer different things. I'll give you an example in my own case. As a content marketing strategist, however you want to call me, I could offer one-on-ones. I've offered one-on-ones. Not my favorite thing to do, but that's something that I can do. Group coaching programs that are 3 months long, 4 weeks long, I've done that as well. I could offer a one-day workshop where I meet with 10 people, 20 people on a Saturday morning. I can do that. I've done that. I love that format. I could do membership. Okay, I have a membership. You're aware of that. If you don't know about it, it's right here, down here. The Freedom Business Academy membership. I invite you to join us. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. A membership, why not? I love that format as well. You could do a virtual retreat if you want to do that, like a virtual event. You could do a digital product. I have some of those as well. You could do a course. So you can see that there's different ways that you can work with people. And it depends on the type of involvement you want to have. If you want to interact with them on a weekly basis, if you want to interact with people live, if you want it to be hands-on, if you want to teach something, or if you want to do something. In a few years ago, something that I did as well was that I was the one mapping out content for my clients. So it wasn't like a done with you offer, but it was a done for you offer. And I enjoyed those ones as well. Okay. So depending on your style, if you don't want to interact with clients, for example, you can say, you know what, I'm going to put together, like, let's say that you're a stylist and you help um, you help Gen Zs dress the part for interviews so they can get great jobs, great consulting jobs, for example, like, or great jobs with 500 Fortune companies. And so you help them with their wardrobe. You could do it with them. You can teach them what to do, what to purchase based on their body type, da, da, da. Or if you want to do it for them, they could send you pictures of their clothes, what they have, and you're the one who's putting together um, a wardrobe capsule or something like that. Or they send you pictures of their body type or something like that, and you take pictures from online and tell them, okay, for you, your style, based on your hairstyle, blah, 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 this is what I see you do. And you put links to the stores where they can get those clothes. Okay, so you're doing it for them. In the other example was doing it with them. So you're meeting with them maybe on a weekly basis, or maybe it's just one consultation. You're doing it with them. Another format is when they do it on their own. So maybe you have a course that teaches them how to dress the part. Maybe you have a film like 5 or 6 videos in your course, and you're showing different body types, what's the best clothes to wear, da, da, da. So that would be more like the tutorials that you see on YouTube, for example, but more in depth. So because you're going to make it paid, right? And so that would be a DIY, that is do it yourself. They do it themselves on their own. They learn from you. In the second case, they do it with you. You give them the assistant. Maybe it's live. Maybe it's like they go through the videos, but then they can ask you questions, and then you can answer the questions. You know, it depends on the level of involvement you want to have in that done with you. And then the other way is done for you, where you don't really have to interact with them that much. They give you assets like pictures, styles, things like that, preferences, colors that they like, and you put together something for them. Okay? So you can identify what style you like better. If you only want to interact with clients via emails, via audio messages, or live every week, or once a month, or if you just don't want to interact with them at all, get my course. It has everything you need, and God bless you. Like you'll do great, right? Because there's great content in my course. And so I've done all three. Okay. Personally, I really like the done with you because I get to see how they are making progress as they are learning from what I'm teaching. I really like it. But the other two I like as well. Like obviously passive income with the DIY DIY model is great, right? Because you wake up to sales and people get your courses, your digital products, and they're good, right? But the other way as well, done for you, is more time demanding because you have to do the work, but it's very good money as well because you are 100% the person doing the work. Done with you is a lot more fun just because you interact with the people. Okay, so this three styles, you get to decide what you want. And if you have multiple offers, then you can say, okay, I'm going to have some digital products and I'm also going to do a few one-on-ones. Done with you. Okay, so it's up to you. But in essence, you can look at different ways you want to work with people and your level of involvement based on your liking and based on your lifestyle. As a busy mom, like today's the last day of school. So starting tomorrow, I personally wouldn't want to offer a program where I am with clients every single day live. Anything live for me during the summer is more challenging because my kids are unpredictable. There are things that will still happen live, like inside of the membership, we have our live monthly coaching program, coaching call. However, it's in the evening, so they're watching TV, or it's a good time for me. But based on your lifestyle, are you traveling a lot? Do you just want to take a break? Do you want to rest more? Are you going to be in and out, right? Are you taking care of somebody else? That can also determine the type of offer you want to put together at a specific period of time. You can say, you know what, in the summer it's going to be all digital products because I don't really want to be online, but you're still going to promote your digital products. And then you can say, you know what, after you're back to school, kids are in school and I want more human interaction with grown-ups. And then you can launch a group program. Why not? Or you can say, you know what, it's the summer, I have time, but not that much time. I'm going to do one-on-ones. I'm just going to do one VIP day every month. Why not? Okay. So really think about what suits you instead of what other people are doing. And that was a mistake that I did when I started my business, was looking at what other people were doing and thinking that I had to do it that way. And I didn't like it. I wasn't selling that much because I didn't want to sell that offer. I didn't want to offer that offer. And so it was hard for me to sell it. But once I discovered that, okay, you know what? I like VIP days. And the first month that I offered VIP days, I got clients right away because I really liked that style. I was really excited about offering that. Okay, so think about something that you're super pumped about offering. Okay, Eileen is saying, if you want to help your client but not a high level of involvement, what would be the best way to keep them motivated? Oh, that's great. That's a great question. So now again, it depends on if you want to work with a client at an individual level, like just one person, one-on-one, or do you want to do a group program? So more than one person. And that will also depend on how sensitive your topic is. Like, for example, if you're doing something around trauma or abuse or anything like that, maybe a group setting might not be ideal. It depends again. And in that case, maybe one-on-one is the best way for people to really feel comfortable sharing some information. But in your case, since I know that you're not doing that, it depends on what you want, because one-on-one, you could, there are alternatives, okay? You could do one-on-one for, let's say, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. I personally don't like those, but a lot of people do. It depends on what type of transformation, what type of result you're helping them get. If it's something like weight loss, for example, and you want to follow through with them, like helping them with exercising, with diet, with mindset, and all of that, sure, a continuous program would help. An alternative, still with somebody who needs weight loss, but now the result of working with you is, for example, getting a plan, a personalized plan. That could be done in one day with a VIP day. So you sit down, that you get all their vitals and everything, and then you're like, okay, this is your personalized plan. These are your recipes. This is your schedule. This is when you get to eat. This is your exercise plan, and that could be done in one day. So again, it depends on what you prefer. Like for me, I would rather do a VIP day than do a 3 month or 6 month or 12-month program with one person. Okay. So if you want them to stay motivated, it depends on the kind of results they want to get. For example, if it's something that you know they would need ongoing support, then the result that they're getting every week, that should be able to keep them motivated. Like 30 days, by the end of 30 days, you should have reached this, like maybe you lost 5 pounds. I'm just making this up. And so as you're helping them get lose these 5 pounds, guess what? They're going to be motivated because they're like, oh, this is working and she's helping me get the results. They know they have to be, responsible for their own results. Obviously, you can't just take fat out of their body, but they are getting results. So after month one, because they're getting good results, month two, they're still hyped up. And again, I mean, life happens. Sometimes we're like down and things like that. But for them to be motivated is really about the milestones that they're able to get. If you choose to do a long-term program, if you want to do a one-day thing or a 4-week thing, then the outcome is different. I can't promise you to lose 50 pounds on a VIP day, but I can promise you that we're going to put together a plan that works for you, that is personalized. Okay. For some people, that's all they need and they run with it. For other people, they need you to be there every single week. Yeah. So it depends on what you want to do, and it depends on what your client prefers as well. Okay. That's a great question. Prill is saying, love that you've done all three. I like done with you too, ideally. But DIY is cost effective for people who don't have the funds to work with me one-on-one. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think personally, I think that everybody needs to have a DIY offer for passive income, right? First of all, for passive income, because I like to call it, sometimes I like to call it surprise money, because you don't always know when it's going to hit, but when it hits, it's a great surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise, but you don't know exactly at what time it's going to hit. Okay. And so it's always great to have it. So I encourage everybody to have a digital product. It might not be your first offer for those of you who don't have offers yet, but definitely have that in your portfolio at some point, because it allows you to let go of the pressure of being on at all times, like being supporting your clients live all the time, and just boost the DIY. And people get value from it, people get results from it, and you've done the work. You've filmed the videos, or you've put together the guidebook, whatever your digital product is. And so now you get to reap the, the, how do you say? You reap what you sow. There we go. So you get to reap the results from the digital product that you created. Okay, and you get to create it once, and that's it. That's it. Yes, absolutely great question. My pleasure. So if you guys have more questions, just let me know. Um, so yeah, in essence, I really, really want to emphasize that it depends on you. Don't fall in the trap that because other people are doing it this way, then you must do it this way. That's not true. You do it the way that you want, the way that fits your lifestyle. I like, I might like something that Prill might not like. I might like something that Eileen might not like, So, and we might be offering the same exact thing, but I might be like, you know what? I personally love VIP days. Like I love VIP days because I like things to be short and sweet, right? I was a sprinter. I wasn't a long distance runner when I was in high school. And so for me, I get excited with the fact that we can get a lot done in just one day. You can map out 90 days of content together. We can create those 30 days of content together in one day. And I get that thrill. Some people like that. Some people are like, you know what? I'll just take it easy and do it every single week. And that's perfectly fine, to each his own. And so for me, that's why, for example, why I'm batching all my videos for the summer before today. basically. I'm supposed to finish them today. I still have a few to do, but because to me, I like to do it this way. That's my style, right? But choose your style and create an offer that is based on your style, that takes your style into consideration. Okay. So, top 3 business models that you can pick. Again, I have a resource in the description of this video with 21 different ways that you can make money. But let's look at 3. Digital products, which is passive because you create it once and then you get to sell it. People get to download your guide, your videos, your course, and they do it on their own, DIY. 2 is one-on-one. One-on-one services. It is yeah, it's more intense because you are there with them, whether it's one day, VIP day, or on a weekly basis, you're there live with them. Okay, so it's more effort on your part, even though you don't have to prepare anything. You don't have to pre-record any videos or create a workbook or anything like that. You're like right there supporting your client live. And the third option is a group setting. A group setting where you're not, excuse me, you're not just helping one person, but you're helping a group of people. What I love about group programs is that people feed off of each other. So sometimes it's not just you providing value, but somebody else in the group knows something that will help somebody else in the group, and that's what it is in our membership. And so it's not all on you, even though you're the person who's like delivering the content and everything, but the members of the group program also help each other. Okay. And under group programs, I would even put memberships in there. It's a different structure because there's no deadline, there's no end date for a membership. As long as they're in the membership, it keeps going. But for a group program, it's usually like 3 months, even if you have a few weeks, like 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. There's usually an end date for your group program. Okay. And again, if you want to know other models, if these 3 don't fit you, check out the resource in the description of this video. Okay. So when you're starting from scratch, how do you, like, you have 0 audience, 0 people on your email list, no freebie, no nothing. How do you get started? How can you make your first sale or your next sale within the next 30 days? Let's talk promotion plan. How will you promote your digital products today? 1, side notes, having the right content to share value on your social media platform of choice is going to be highly important for you. Pick a platform that you want. YouTube is so here let me backtrack. In the world of social media platforms, there are, I would say, the fast ones and there are the slow ones. Let me explain. The fast ones are the TikToks, the IGs. Facebook is in the middle. It's fast, relatively fast, even though the content doesn't have to be like real form, short form video and all that. But Facebook is a solid middle. And then you have the slow ones, blogging, YouTube. With blogging and YouTube, you're running the marathon. You're not expecting to post a video today and go viral. You're expecting to post a video today and see it grow so that even a year from now, you can reap the fruit from that video. So when you start with YouTube, you have to know in your head that I'm okay not seeing results right away. I'm okay getting 10 views for 3 months. I'm okay not signing clients right away, or my videos not getting all of that, right? Because YouTube is a slower game. But once it takes off, it takes off. On the other hand, IG, TikTok, I'm not on TikTok, but TikTok and in the middle, Facebook, this is where you need the views right away because after 48 hours, your video is gone. Nobody's going to see it. So if you don't get the views right away, if you don't get the interactions right away, you've missed your chance. So that's why talking about going viral is so popular on TikTok and IG, but it almost doesn't mean anything on YouTube. Sure, it's great if you go viral, if you have a lot of views on a video, but at some point with YouTube is that at some point you're going to get the right views. And it doesn't matter if it's not today, next month, it might happen 6 months from now. It could still happen. In the fast platforms like IG and TikTok, if it doesn't happen now, it's never going to happen. Okay? So it depends on which game you want to play. If you're looking at, okay, 30 days from now, and you're not so much willing to play the Instagram and TikTok game, which is post at least 3 times a week, do the carousels, do the reels, do the stories, because you have to play the rules of the platform, right? IG, that's what they require of you. Post 3 times a week, make sure you do carousels, reels, and make sure you add into stories. If you're willing to play that dance, go all in on IG. I'm not willing to play that dance, so I'm not on IG that much. But if you are, great, do that, okay? But you need to be able to keep up with posting content in there. Facebook is a great middle. I love Facebook again. It's older, it's solid. We might not like all about, a lot of things about Facebook, but one thing Facebook is that it's the most constant, okay? And a lot of people have left Facebook. Well, more room for us who are still on Facebook, right? So it's like it's more solid. Facebook, the great thing about Facebook out of all the social media platforms is that Facebook has groups. And groups are basically a gathering of your ideal clients. You don't have to wait for the algorithm to bring you clients, viewers, like you would do on YouTube or Instagram and Facebook. You don't have to post 30,000 times like you would do on TikTok or IG. And the trolls, that's right, Eileen, the trolls on TikTok, you have them on YouTube as well. Facebook is solid. So my recommendation would always be Facebook because of the Facebook groups, not the business page, because Facebook is not pushing business pages, but Facebook groups and your personal Facebook page as well, if you are connected to your ideal client, right? But even if you're not connected to your ideal client, utilize Facebook groups where your ideal clients are. So for example, serving Black women who want to leave their jobs, who want to travel the world, move abroad, bim, bam, boom, Exodus Summit. There are other groups where you can also be involved, where you can share content. That's where you need to be. Yesterday, we talked about the market research, where it wasn't about you sharing content. It was about you observing, looking for the green flags. A group like the Exodus Summit, if that's your audience, perfect group to do some observations, because people tell their problems. All over social media, people tell their problems, whether it's under the comment section of a YouTube video, or it's a comment on Facebook or an IG, whatever platform. People tell about their desires and about their problems. And so all you have to do is observe, take note, and look at what your ideal client is struggling with. Based on that information, you can create your digital product. And now you can contribute to conversations. For example, perfect example, let's say you are in a group of moms who, like empty nesters, like kids are going to college, and single moms with their kids going to college. And the group is more about, supports, like moral supports or things like that. Like it's a good group. You don't have to post there specifically if they don't allow you to post. But what you can do is observe that group, right? And let's say you offer, let's say, weight loss solutions to women in their 40s or perimenopausal women, okay? And so these are women whose kids are just now going to college, and they feel like now it's just them at home, and they feel like, okay, faced with the reality of, okay, now I have to take care of myself. Ooh, so now you start reading comments and questions and people asking for I'm struggling because now my body is not the way it was before. I'm still carrying the weight, the baby weight for like 20 years on my belly section. And you just observe. And what you're going to do is you're not going to comment back and say, hey, I have a guide that teaches you how to lose the baby weight as a perimenopausal woman. No, you're not going to sell your thing right there. You're going to provide solutions, provide tips right there under their questions. So if there's a woman asking for tips or for what is the a good exercise to do, well, offer free advice. Offer free advice. If you have a YouTube video to share, share a YouTube video that you have where you provide that solution. You can do like a 3 bullet point answer and say, that's what I do. If you want more help, feel free to DM me. Okay. Now here's the thing, because you're going to optimize your profile, your Facebook profile, you're going to have a banner and your links on Facebook that take people to your digital product, because people like to stalk people on social media. And so when she sees your answer and she's like, wow, this is great. Who's this lady? She clicks on your profile and boom, she sees your banner, helping perimenopausal women finally lose that baby weight. Get this, they get the resource here. Maybe it's a freebie or maybe it's a digital product. She doesn't need to interact with you. She can just say thank you on the, on your comment, but she can buy from you without asking you any question. Okay? So that's one way to do it. You don't have to interact with anybody. You don't even have to post content, but you have to observe and you have to provide value. You have to help people who need help, people who are asking questions. You can do that on YouTube, you can do that on Facebook, you can do that on IG, any social media platform of your choice, but you have to observe first. Observe first and then provide solutions. Okay? That's one way to do it. Same thing for your one-on-one as well as your group programs. The group program is a little more complex, but for one-on-one, for example, you would use the same strategy. And you could have, instead of a digital product link, maybe you would have the link to your Calendly for them to book a free consultation or discovery call, sales call, and then to see if you can help them. That's how you would do for your one-on-one. For a group program, because for a group program, you would need to have you need to have an audience for your group program, to be honest. Because a stranger, it's very unlikely for a stranger for several strangers to gather around you if they don't already know you. For one person, she doesn't really know you well. Okay, it's one person. She works with you one-on-one. Great. Digital products, many strangers who don't know you from anything, but they can buy your $27.97 digital product. Sure, happens all the time. But for 10 strangers to gather at the same time for a specific group program that is going to start at a specific date, it's very unlikely. So that's why for a group program, you need more time to grow your own audience. Okay. Either that, or you can borrow somebody else's audience. You can be a guest on somebody's podcast, somebody's YouTube channel, IG Live, anything like that. That way, you're getting credibility because the host has approved you in front of their audience. So, because she likes you and she's telling that, okay, she's telling her audience, okay, she knows what she's talking about, then strangers, a group of strangers, are now going to be able to gather and sign up for your group program. Okay, if you don't have an audience, you could still promote and sell out a group program if you leverage other people's audiences. Okay? Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. Um, Inside of the Freedom Business Academy, one of the bonuses that I have that expire this Sunday is a content plan that I'm doing for you. See, done for you. So I'm mapping out your content so that you know exactly what to post, when, and where in order to grow your audience, in order to promote your services, in order to start making yourself known if you're starting from scratch. Okay, because you need to start sharing content because people, like I said, people are stalking you. And if you're looking for your name and and they see that, okay, she doesn't have anything. She doesn't talk about this thing that she claims to know about. Well, you need to have content planned out already. Okay. And so that's something that I would do for you when you join the Freedom Business Academy membership by this Sunday, June 1st. If you join after that, you won't have access to that bonus, but there are other bonuses that you can access, such as if you pay in full, you get 2 months free. You already get 50% off just for this time. So instead of paying $197, you will have access to the membership for $97. What other bonuses do we have? Let me check in here. Behind the scenes content of my own content strategy. So the fact that I'm batching my content before I have a deadline, because I'm going on a trip. So I'm showing you the behind the scenes of that process. I'm recording a video showing you my content plan. So how I get started, how to come up with my content ideas, how I put them on a board like this. So that's all my content for May, June, July, and August. Then I put this on my Trello board because I like to, I like pen and paper, but I also like to digitalize it. Digitize, I think that's the word. I like to digitize it so that I can follow up with it, or if I lose my paper for some reason. And then how I now decide what to film, when to film it, how to batch, because you need to batch your videos. If you're doing videos, which we all need to do videos, you need to batch it. You can't just film one and then edit, and film and then edit. You need to batch at least two, if you can, 2 videos at a time. And so, like when was it? Last week, last Friday, I think I batched 7 videos. That was pretty intense. Yesterday, I didn't batch any. This morning, I batched 2 in the car. On Tuesday, I batched 3. And I'm probably going to batch 3 after this live. So I show you that process of how I do that. And some of the ladies in the membership asked me if I change my clothes when I batch videos. I used to, but I don't anymore. I change other things. And so I give you the behind the scenes of that process as well. So you are invited to join us inside of the membership. The Freedom Business Academy is for Black women who want to turn their skills into an online business that allows them to fund their life abroad and make the move. Yeah. Eileen, you say, definitely agree that group programs are difficult if you don't have exposure. I had to do 4 free classes for my practicum and only had 1 person show up even after advertising on Facebook, IG, and YouTube. Yeah, I would say that group programs are a little more advanced as a strategy. What I would recommend if you don't have a big audience is to do a 1-day workshop instead of committing to a long-term group program. Do a 1-day workshop. The price point is usually lower, and people are strangers are more likely to say yes to that than commit to a long-term program if they don't really know you well. And definitely grow your audience as you go. You have to grow your audience at all times. So one of the things that we're going to work on in the membership this June is freebies, creating freebies that sell, because you have to create a freebie that will bring you that audience, not the subscribers on YouTube or the followers on IG, but people with email addresses. Last year, my Facebook profile was disabled, and I had a Facebook group with 1,500 people that I just lost, but I had email addresses. So not all of them, I had their email address, but many of them. So I was still able to communicate with them. Your email, it stays with you forever because you own those emails. They gave you those emails. But the platform followers, there's no way for you to connect with them, to contact them, right? And I think the stat is that only 2% of your followers, subscribers actually see your content. I know for Facebook, that's for sure. I don't know the other platforms, but 2%. Can you imagine? But when you send an email, everybody in your list receives it. Not everybody opens it, but everybody gets it. So you see that you absolutely need to have an email list. And that's what we're going to focus on in the month of June inside of the membership. Yeah, so that would be an alternative to do a workshop, but also knowing that things evolve. You're going to test things. And that's what we talked about on Monday. Being open to quote unquote failure. Because it's not really a failure, it's a test. It works this time, and then you adjust. It works here, or this didn't work, or this didn't work. And you're getting better and better and better and better. But if you hadn't done that at all, those 4 free classes, you wouldn't have known. You've learned so much from this experience, right? Even if you didn't get the results that you hoped for, but you're much better now, more experienced because of the things that you've done already. Okay. So always keep trying. If you don't try, you're not getting better. If you keep trying, that's how you're getting better, and you refine your offer. And once you're really good at that one offer, then yes, bring on another offer. Like for example, you want to focus on group programs, or maybe not group programs. Let's say you want to focus on your one-on-one. Okay, one-on-ones are not sustainable though, because you can't have an offer that only depends on you being there all the time. Okay, so let's say you do one-on-ones for 3 months, and then you're like, you know what? I really know my ideal client very well. I'm growing my audience. I'm ready for a group program. Okay, boom. Now you're stacking a group program. Maybe you do less one-on-ones. Maybe you, instead of 3 months one-on-ones, you're doing VIP days only, and maybe just one a month. And now you have a group program that you're launching 4 times a year, or 3 times a year, or twice a year, or just once a year. Okay. Now you can stack up the offers. And obviously, having 1 or 2 digital products or more if you want on the side doesn't hurt. Okay. But the goal is really for you to master one offer, refine it, and then adding another offer. Okay. So whether you don't have an offer, or you're working on your first, or you're working on adding a new offer, you're welcome inside of the membership, because everybody's at different levels, but everybody can get that support in there. Okay. All right, you guys, any questions that you have for me, let me know. This is pretty much it. This is how you monetize your skills, because you already have validating your business idea, because people say that they actually do need that thing. Now you just have to put it in front of them. You have to observe, see who needs it, and start supporting them for free. Supporting them for free, and have your offer ready. Whether it's a digital product, whether it's a group program at some point, whether it's a one-on-one, be ready to offer some help. Okay? Bum, bum, bum. Eileen is saying, very true. I'm better now navigating Zoom calls and sharing my screen, as well as filling out what's keeping my audience attention. There you go. Nothing's lost. And nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. Right? Always learning. My pleasure, Pril. My pleasure. Always a pleasure. So I'm going to put the link in the description, and it's right here as well. bit.ly/FBA membership if you want to join us, if you want to get that bonus one-on-one session with me, as well as me mapping out your next 30 days of content. So the month of June is going to be taken care of for you. Let me know if you have any questions. Reach out through IG, okay? Or just comment under this video as well. I'll come back and check out the comments, okay? I hope this 5-day training gave you more clarity, because that's what it was about. It was about removing the clouds, removing the overwhelm, removing the too many things. Where do I start? These are the 3 steps that you need to start with. Get clear on your idea, get clear on if it's a valid idea, and then look at how you can start making your first sale within the next 30 days. Where are you going to promote that offer? Are you going to pick one-on-one? Are you going to do group program? Are you going to do digital products? Pick one, master it, and then add something else. All right. So the what, the who, the how, that's what you learned. I hope you're clearer on the process. Again, any questions, I'm available. Reach out. And I can't wait to see many of you join us inside of the membership. These videos are going to stay inside of on YouTube. I'm not going to delete them or anything like that. So yeah. So if you're watching this after the deadline, so the bonus, the extra bonus ends this Sunday, June 1st, but the doors to the membership close June 8th, so a week after that. And then we closed. I'm focusing on the students in it, and then I might reopen it at some point later this year. I haven't figured out when yet. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, Eileen. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have a great Thursday. I'm going to be batching some videos and record the process so I can share that inside of the membership as well. All right. Have a fantastic day and weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.